Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's just dive right in. Because today, we're exploring how the fundamental landscape of commerce has completely shifted beneath our feet. We're looking at the key to modern selling. If you've been paying any attention to how businesses operate today, you know the rulebook hasn't just been slightly updated, it's been completely rewritten. Advancements in tech and massive shifts in consumer behavior mean that what worked, 10 years ago, or even just 5 years ago, it simply doesn't cut it anymore. The speed of commerce has changed, buyer expectations have totally evolved, and successful companies are the ones recognizing they're operating in an entirely new reality. So to truly understand modern commerce, we really need to ask ourselves, how has the art of the sale transformed so rapidly over the years? We all intuitively feel that things have changed when we shop or do business, right? But breaking down exactly how that art has transformed gives us the precise blueprint for what actually works today. We're no longer dealing with simple, localized transactions. We are navigating a totally reimagined, globally connected ecosystem where the buyer is more informed and honestly more empowered than ever before. And as you can see here, we've experienced this massive shift in the fundamental philosophy of how we sell. In the past, commerce operated on a heavily product-centric model. That approach was just a pure numbers game, focusing on mass production, blasting a single product message out to the masses, and just crossing your fingers that a percentage of them would convert. But today, that script has completely flipped to a customer-centric approach. The modern seller doesn't start by looking at the product, they start by looking at the customer. It's an approach entirely rooted in prioritizing deep relationships, providing highly personalized experiences, and meeting really specific, nuanced needs. Basically, the product is no longer the hero of the story, the customer is. Section 1, the technology engine, the hardware of modern commerce. Now, digital transformation is the absolute bedrock making modern personalized selling possible. The rise of the internet and digital tech sparked a literal revolution in how products and services change hands. And look, this isn't just about moving a physical store to a website. It is a fundamental rewiring of the entire infrastructure. It allows businesses to reach, understand, and engage with customers on a scale that was pretty much unimaginable a few decades ago. Without this technological engine constantly humming in the background, the highly customized, rapid response commerce we expect today just couldn't exist. As we break down the specific tools driving this shift, it's wild to consider how AI, automation, and data analytics seamlessly work together as one unified ecosystem. Take digital marketing. It uses e-commerce platforms and social media to reach people exactly where their attention already lives. Meanwhile, automation and AI step in to create immediate engagement. Think about chatbots handling those late-night inquiries, or complex algorithms offering you that shockingly perfect product recommendation. And tying the whole shebang together is data analytics. We've moved completely away from guessing what the market wants. Businesses are constantly tracking behaviors, preferences, and macro trends, replacing guesswork with highly targeted, mathematically backed strategies. Moving on to Section 2, the virtual sales floor, adapting to the new normal. Now, here's the kicker. This technology wasn't just evolving slowly in the background, it was forced to accelerate practically overnight. The COVID-19 pandemic acted as this massive catalyst, forcing sales teams practically everywhere to pivot entirely to virtual environments. Stuff that might have taken a decade of gradual, hesitant corporate adoption happened in literally a matter of weeks. The entire sales world went remote, and in doing so, it proved that our digital infrastructure was actually more than up to the task. It wasn't just a temporary patch either. It became a permanent evolution in how business is done. And because of that sudden acceleration, these standard practices for remote selling are no longer just workarounds. They are the absolute standard. Video conferencing, highly detailed virtual product demos, and seamless online collaboration tools, those are the new boardrooms and physical storefronts. Because of these practices, sales teams can now connect with customers from absolutely anywhere on the planet in real time. Your target market isn't limited by how far your sales reps can comfortably drive in an afternoon anymore. The playing field has opened up entirely. Taking a look at this summary, it's incredibly clear how heavily these technological pillars dominate the landscape of modern selling today. Concepts like digital transformation, data-driven decision-making, automation, and remote selling are the absolute foundation of commerce. They're the invisible gears turning behind every single transaction. But, if we only focus on the efficiency of the tech, we're missing the most critical piece of the puzzle. Technology's only half the story. The most sophisticated software in the world won't work without the right approach to the actual person on the other side of the screen. Which brings us to Section 3, the human connection bringing empathy to the data.
Because at the end of the day, behind every data point, every AI recommendation, and every single video conferencing screen, there is a real human being making a buying decision. Our source explicitly states that modern selling focuses heavily on understanding and meeting customer needs. That right there, that is the golden rule of modern commerce. This is where the magic happens, combining cold, hard analytics with warm, empathetic human connection to truly get the buyer. The data algorithms will tell you exactly what the customer is doing, but genuine human empathy, that's what tells you why they're doing it. This emphasis on human connection fundamentally changes the entire approach. Rather than relying on outdated, kind of annoying tactics like cold calling, modern sellers are using social networks strategically to build authentic relationships. It's a clear process. It starts by finding potential leads on the platforms where they already hang out. From there, sellers don't just jump in and pitch a product, they engage in meaningful, relevant conversations. And finally, they nurture those leads over time to build genuine, long-term relationships. It's highly targeted, ongoing digital networking that values the actual person way over the immediate transaction.
Furthermore, this trust is completely solidified through content marketing. By providing highly valuable content, sellers educate their buyers, firmly establishing authority and trust way before a transaction ever even happens. We're talking about things like educational blogs, informative deep dive videos, and interactive webinars. These are powerful tools because you're giving away incredible value upfront without asking for a single thing in return. By the time the buyer is actually ready to pull out their wallet, they already trust you because you've been helping them solve their problems all along. It completely transforms the seller from just a vendor into a trusted advisor.
Section 4. The future of commerce, the convergence of tech and touch. Ultimately, we are witnessing a perfect convergence here. Modern sales reflect a broader trend toward highly efficient, technology-driven processes that exist specifically to enable personalized, human-centric relationships. The technology removes the friction, right? It handles the repetitive admin stuff, and it surfaces brilliant insights from mountains of raw data. And by doing all of that heavy lifting, it completely frees up the human seller to do what only humans can do: build authentic trust, provide meaningful context, and deeply understand the nuanced emotional needs of their customers.
So as you reflect on your most recent purchases, consider the invisible engines guiding your own journey. How do you see these trends impacting your own experiences with buying or selling? Did a hyper-intelligent AI algorithm recommend the exact item you literally just bought? Or did an incredibly helpful, informative blog post build your trust in a brand weeks before you ever clicked add to cart? The landscape has completely shifted, and the most successful players out there today are the ones mastering this delicate dance between digital efficiency and genuine human empathy. Keep an eye out for these strategies the next time you shop or sell. Thanks for joining this explainer, and I'll see you next time.